UMW Oil and Gas baru-baru ini menerima pelantar gerudi jackup Naga Five dalam upacara penyerahan di Singapura, dan Naga Five dijangka akan terus melonjakkan lagi kedudukan UMW Oil and Gas sebagai antara pemain utama dalam bidang minyak dan gas, serantau dan domestik. Dan untuk melihat pelan UMW Oil and Gas bergerak ke hadapan, kita bersama dengan Presiden Rohaizad Darus. Thank you so much for being with us at this time. So first of all, congratulations with the Naga Five yesterday, the delivery. So first of all, I want to talk about the new contract in shallow water drilling in Malaysia, because some of the foreign contracts will be expired this year, next year. So maybe how do you position yourself maybe to grab these opportunities, UMW Oil and Gas itself?
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to address. Basically, there's plenty of new contract that is going to expire not only next year, not only this year, but also next year and subsequent years. And this year we're talking about 8 contracts that's going to expire, and next year there will be another 12 contracts that are going to expire. So when we look at those things, we always look at the potential of replacement of those foreign rigs with Malaysian rigs. We are thankful to Petronas and the Malaysian government for the policy in giving priority to the local rigs.
Yeah, the localization policy.
Yeah. So, and I do believe that when this contract is expiring, then we'll be getting some opportunity to participate to replace this contract.
And the whole contract that you are bidding now, how many projects and how much does it worth?
Okay, the total contract that we have in the various stages of bidding right now is about 22, of which about 50% are local, 50% are international, and the total amount of estimated bidding price is about $2 billion US.
That's a lot. So, you are also targeting of adding more of your drilling assets, right? So the latest one is Naga 5 yesterday. So you're going to have Naga 6 and 7, if not mistaken, also this year. Yes. So maybe you can explain more about the plan in the pipeline to add more drilling assets.
Yeah, I think if you look at our baseline plan, we would like to add at least 1 rig per year. Yeah. However, in 2014, due to the high demand locally and regionally, we decided that we need additional rig. So therefore, we added 3 this year. So yesterday we took delivery of 1 rig, UMW Naga 5. UMW Naga 6 will be delivered to us in September this year, while UMW Naga 7 will be delivered in late this year, which is in December. We also have on order another rig called UMW Naga 8, which will be delivered in September 2015. That is part of the 1 rig per year program. In terms of demand and availability, why there's so many rigs coming up this year? Because we foresee a lot of bid. Like I mentioned to you just now, we have 22. We're in various stages of bidding for up to 22 contracts right now, and we see a lot of increase in drilling activities in the region. So, as a growing company, we believe that we should be able to tap into this opportunity and provide further impetus for our growth. And interestingly enough, when you look at the contracts or tenders that's coming in recently, it's not only coming from the traditional countries where we have been seeing contracts coming in, like Indonesia and Thailand. New countries like the Philippines and Myanmar are also bidding aggressively. So we believe that while we maintain our presence in Malaysia, we increase our activities in traditional countries like Indonesia and Thailand and Vietnam. We also would like to explore new market. So therefore, Naga 7, like you have seen in the newspaper, we have already secured a contract in the Philippines. So for us to explore additional market and to introduce ourselves there. And we are also lucky enough that earlier on, we won a contract in Myanmar for another division, not a jackup division, but for hydraulic over unit, where we have won a long-term contract in Myanmar to service PTTEP Thailand. So we hope that with this, we not only are able to expand our activities in traditional country, but we also be able to expand into new market.
Are you going to use the existing jackup rig? So how is it the arrangement for the new projects? Say, for instance, some of the 22 projects that are bidding currently, if you get it, then how are you going to arrange all the jackup rigs? Are you going to use the existing or the Naga 8 and Naga 6, 7 or 8?
Yeah. The jackup market is a little bit dynamic.
Yes.
In our plan for the UMW Oil and Gas, we are looking at focusing on 2 major areas. One is a longer term contract the other one is a shorter term contract. The longer term contract will give you steady stream of revenue
Yes.
and profit. Yeah. So but the shorter term contract, despite the shorter term, it will give you a premium in terms of the day rate. So we need to balance those two. For the longer term contract, we have already secured a long term contract for Naga 1 and Naga 3. So Naga 1 is already secured for 5 years, and Naga 3 we have already secured for a firm 3 years with an option of another 2 years. So Naga 2 and Naga 3 is currently in Vietnam on a shorter term contract up to the end of this year. So and then Naga 5 also on shorter term contract. So the beauty of shorter term contract is that it enables you to adjust your rate as you go for new contract. With the current situation, most of the time you can adjust it upwards. It also gives you opportunity to move your rate from one place to the other place at the end of the contract to explore new market and to expand our coverage. So when you look at those things, it is very difficult to specify which rig is going to which contract.
Yes.
Yeah? So we have a lot of new rig. We also have existing rig that is going to expire next year.
But the capacity of each of the jackup rigs is the same. So or it depends on the geography, or it depends on the project itself.
All our jackup are basically about the same in terms of water depth, in terms of drilling capacity, and so on. So we believe that we can switch the jackup around to cater for the market. Sometimes we may want to bring the long-term jackup at the end of the current contract into a shorter-term contract because of the higher, I wouldn't say lucrative, but a higher daily rate. But sometimes also there are a longer-term contract that is quite attractive. So we may want to bring a shorter-term, the jackup that is currently under shorter-term contract into the longer term. So therefore, when we bid for those contracts that I mentioned to you, we always offer more than one. Sometimes some contract will offer 3 jackups at the same time. And when the contract was awarded, then we can align whichever rigs are going to go and take that contract based on the availability, based on other factors at that time.
And also, on the new project, right? Because now you are bidding 22 projects. So how do you see your investment in the coming future? Because in terms of the cash flow, for you to get the new Naga in the coming future, say for instance, if you get more projects, and how is it your capacity? Are you optimistic that your capacity in the coming future, if you get more projects, are you able to like supply all the jackup rig in the coming future? Because
I think at present we still have about 60% of our IPO proceed that is still available for us to go for additional rig. Because when we go for new jackup, we normally go for asset financing. So therefore, some is equity, some is financing from financial institution. So I do believe that we still have plenty of fund to go beyond Naga 8, based on the support that we're receiving from the banks as well as the equity they have to put in.
All right. Thank you so much, Encik Rohaizad. That's all the time we have today. We're going to discuss more about maybe human capital in the coming future. Alright. Dari tadi Presiden UMW Oil and Gas Rohaizad Darus membincangkan tentang pengembangan operasi UMW Oil and Gas dan selepas penyerahan Naga Five di Singapura semalam, dan bisnes sama berhenti seketika kembali selepas ini.